up for my Chief of Staff, Veda Stevens, who is the president and has been working his butt off. Yeah. Give a big round of applause to him. Oh, that was too light. That's a lot of work. Yeah. And he worked for me, so that's a lot of extra work he had to do. A lot of times people ask, where are the young people? Where are the young people? But we don't do enough showcasing the young people that's doing it right. 90% or more is doing it right. They say, where are young black men? Veda Stevens, where he at? He's a young black man. Doing it right. They say, where are the young black women? Southwest young black Dem women. Y'all kicking butt. Y'all doing it right. We're always looking for what's right in front of us. And we have to help and support. I said this with Mayor Brown. Where's Mayor Brown at? I don't know if he's still here. But Mayor Brown, there he is, Forest Park. Mayor Brown was with young Southwest Black Dems. And we were at a meeting, a precinct meeting. And he had worked his butt off, knocked the doors, got the paperwork out, and got up, and people got elected, and we had no jobs. No jobs. And I got up, I just come out of office, and I challenged the Democratic Party. I said, how are you going to have them knock the doors and do all this work? You get elected, and now all of a sudden, you can't find nothing for qualified black people. It's unacceptable. And now he is the mayor of Forest Park. Now everybody want a picture, right? Everybody wants a picture now. He's popping. Now we're gonna shake it up today. That's where I want y'all to get this information. But before I do that, I have to give honor where honor is due. Everything I know about politics, everything I know about civil rights, everything I know about ownership, everything I know about empowerment, everything I know about getting back up when they knock you down, came from this man right here, my father, one of the baddest consultants, political consultants, community consultants, had his own business development, Dr. Stephen Reese Sr. 78 years young. He also, we've got Keyzayla, I don't know if she had to leave. Keyzayla, who is the chief of staff of the mayor, want to thank her. She's also one of my mentees, and I appreciate working with her. But Dr. Reese was the first black chief of staff in the history of Cincinnati City Council for Cincinnati's first black mayor. Right there. And to get the job, they said he was too young. It's not like it is now. You just choose somebody. He had to go before a whole committee of people and had to answer a lot of questions because they said he was too young. But Ted Berry said no. He's going to be the chief of staff. So when you see me come in as the county commissioner and I say, no, Veda's not too young, he's going to be my chief of staff, it's because I grew up understanding. And so Ted Berry, first black mayor, passed the wisdom to Dr. Reese as a young man. He was in his 20s. And he's able to take it and move even further. The first black woman that was the chief of staff at City Hall, her name is Bernadette Watson. She's my treasurer. So I got a heck of a team. And so I was down at City Hall with her. Today what I want to talk about, because this summit is super important. I've been with the Southwest Young Black Dems when we were started. I remember we were down on Main Street, hardly had anybody showing up. Then we went to St. Bernard, and we didn't have that many candidates showing up. I showed up because I was appreciative of what you all are doing and have done. And then we had the first summit last year, and I was happy to be a sponsor then, And I'm happy to be a sponsor now, and I'm not running now. I'm happy to be supportive of what you're doing. Because what you're doing today is necessary. Now, it's the 60th anniversary of the Voting Rights Act. But I want to tell you that President Johnson passed the Civil Rights Act. Everybody went to getting excited. We could sit at the lunch counters. We could go into the hotels. We can go into the restaurants. We thought we made it. Johnson was like, this is a big win. King, it's a big win. Dr. King went on to get the Nobel Peace Prize. Now, you know if we get the Nobel Peace Prize, we'll be running around all day. We Nobel Peace Prize. But Dr. King said that's not enough to just be at the lunch counter. It's not enough just going to the hotel we want to go to. It's not enough to just go to the restaurants. We big time now. It's not enough. We must have the power, which is the Voting Rights Act. Johnson said what a lot of politicians would have said. I got a big win. You got the Nobel Peace Prize. Why don't you come on and get a job in my cabinet? You're very articulate. You're very smart. You know how they do? You're very smart. Soon as they say we're smart, they want us to run for office. Everybody's not meant to run for office. We got to have people in the emergency room, doctors. We've got to have people, when you leave here, we got to leave here because it's nonprofit. We got to go where? To a black-owned restaurant. So we got to support black businesses. We've got to be in all different categories. We need entrepreneurs that are successful. But it all ties to voting. You don't have to just be running for office to care about voting. So Dr. King at the highest, he got a major win, Civil Rights Act.
Yes, ma'am.
He got the Nobel Peace Award and $10,000. He said, no, we got to get voting. Johnson said, well, wait a minute. You gonna have to go work on that. I'm gonna still be taking the victory lap on civil rights. If you can get it here and get the people, go out and organize your people. And if the people can put pressure on Congress, and remember, we didn't have the Congressional Black Caucus back then. I mean, we had one congressperson. If you can organize and get them, where you only got one vote, supposedly, to get the Voting Rights Act outside. So you got to go do the work. That's why we're here today. You got to go do the work. So they sent King out. Mr. Nobel Peace Prize got to come down to the hood level and get to the neighborhoods and go block by block. And so he went out and we were able to get the Voting Rights Act, and we didn't have a Congressional Black Caucus. Wasn't that many blacks elected around the country. But because of the Voting Rights Act, we were able to elect black elected officials because of the power of the vote. Now, the act was big because we had segregation. We didn't have no black representation. So getting an act was huge. But now we've got black elected officials everywhere. And we got to go from an act to getting something permanent. Every president after that, Democrat and Republican, they all signed what you call an executive order. Executive order is only applicable as long as you're in charge. It's not the law. So Johnson done died. He gone. King is gone. And every few years we had to worry about this. Will they sign? We have not progressed since Dr. King. A lot of talk. A lot of folks talking big, but have not delivered. Our problem has been we don't have staying power. So today I want to talk to you about, one, we don't even understand how government works. I got people calling my office talking about the trash ain't been picked up. Now, I can talk about it because I've been in city government, state government, county government. I spoke at the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington. when the Voting Rights Act was attacked, nationally with over 250,000 people in attendance and 1 million plus watching at home. I was scared to death. And I said then what I'm saying now. No more temporary solutions to permanent problems. But I didn't just give a speech, and I'm not here to give a rah-rah speech, because that's what we all do. We all, man, whoa, they tore it up. I'm here because I'm a technician. I'm a political technician. I'm here because I'm the only one around that's been around now, like my dad. I'm the dean. Nobody else has ever been in city politics and win, state politics and win, and county politics and win. Now my party, I love them. Alex is new, so I ain't gonna blame him. I'm an independent Democrat. What does that mean? I was not selected by anybody. I was not championed by anybody. I had to do what Crawford said. I had to come from the mud. When I ran for city council in 1999, and yes, I'm only 25. They told me, I was put on the ballot. Alex wasn't there, but I'm going to tell you. I was put on the ballot because Young was out. There was no Obama and all that. Everybody wasn't young, but you wasn't interested in politics. I came back home from Grambling after taking on the KKK, doing voter registration in the South. I came back home. I worked for a congressman, and I said, we got to get the vote out. So voting and voter registration is who I am. This ain't no plaything for me. Whether before I was on the ballot, while I was on the ballot, and when I got off the ballot, I'm always on voting. So when I got back home, they put me on and said, well, you know, we'll do something for some young people. Young was out. You couldn't get on council and be young. Last person young was Jerry Springer. After that, you couldn't be young. And definitely don't be black. And a woman, are you crazy? And broke? Oh, God. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. So they were telling me I could never win. Now I want to show you something. Council, when my father ran after Ted Berry, said, I'm not going to do it. And Ted Berry, by the way, was a charter right. You couldn't be no Democrat and win. Marion Spencer was a charter right. First black woman to be on council. First black to be the mayor. Democrats wasn't out front. So when I ran, they said I couldn't win. There were 21 candidates. There was only 2 seats that was up. Governor DeWine's son was one of the guys running. Pat DeWine, who was a good friend of mine. They had the money, they had everything, and I had to come with a new way of getting voters out. Young people didn't have time for it. We was trying to get to Atlanta. We was trying to move to California. We gonna make it big. We want the money. We ain't got time for it. We ended up winning. I came in 5th. And I think I had like almost 50,000 votes. At 5th, I'm gonna show y'all something in a minute. My father, when he ran, he had 35,000 votes and came in 10th. We are in 2025. In the last election for council, you can get on council with 20 and 30,000 votes. Are you kidding me? That's why we're here today. We didn't keep it going. We come out one time. Obama, the second time he ran, African Americans were the #1 group, they hardly ever printed it, #1 race that came out to vote. #1. But after the inauguration, we were at the inauguration like the Jeezy concert. We done with it. And the people came out not as Democrats, he just happened to be a Democrat. They came out because of his message. That's why I'm an independent Democrat. The Democrats doing something right, we together. Helping the people? You ain't helping the people. You're going to hear from me. So one is politics is numbers, as Vader said. We walk around talking big, but ain't got no numbers. When you come see me, I'm going to take on Alicia Reese. I got something to say. Do you know I go and look up your numbers? And I look and I said, wait a minute now, hold on. Your turnout was down 55%. But I'm supposed to be scared. Now, if I'm looking at it, you know who else is looking at it? It's numbers. We marched with big numbers. George Floyd, we packed it out. But at the Board of Elections, I pulled the numbers. I said, man, there's more people with suits and heels and kneeling and all that. But wasn't nobody voting. But you want a George Floyd beat. So number one, numbers matter. I see a lot of people come to me, oh man, I'm like, if you got 218,338 votes, you are like Alicia Reese. But if you had 20,000 or no votes, you ain't no Alicia Reese. And if I'm doing it, that's what they're doing. We're living in a time now, Washington, I'm going to say Washington, when you jump up, they looking at the numbers. And then they say, well, go on to bed. You can run over them. They ain't coming out to vote. And we're saying, well, voting doesn't matter. Well, why does major billionaires, why would a billionaire care about little government? Because government makes the rules. We got a bunch of small business people. I'm a businessman. I'm a businesswoman. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm self-made. When COVID came, every day at 2 o'clock, you might not have voted for the governor. You didn't know who he was, but you knew who he was at 2 o'clock. Will he let me come out? Will my business be open? I had a barber tell me, I'm self-made. I said, do you see your license? What does it say? State board.
You better know it.
You need to know it. Don't you know the state board, when I was at the state house, had to come before me? A state representative. So number one is we got to understand what are the different positions and what do they do? What does City Hall do? I got about 8 or 9 mayors that falls under the county. The county is 49 municipalities. I got to be in Avondale and Anderson Township. The county has been in existence 285 years, and we didn't know nothing about it unless we go pay taxes, or they catch you for child support, or you go into the courthouse. You didn't even know we was up there on the 6th floor. So when I ran, I said, we're going to shake it up. We're going to open the process, and we're going to teach people what county government does. Now, once I'm doing that, you can't come running down there now all of a sudden. I got to say something. Now, sit down. They forgot about you for 285 years. We got to understand how the system works before you can take on a system. You can't take on no system you don't know how it works.
Come on.
And when we get someone in there that's doing something for us, we wear them out. I got a lady that's from Withrow. She's alumni. She's school board. She wore out. So the good people tap out. So when we get somebody good, we got to follow them because they're on the inside to tell us how we do it on the outside. So we have to know, number one, numbers matter. People come to me, Democratic Party, I like so-and-so, but I don't like Alicia Reese. Alicia Reese will win. You want to win, come to me. You want a bestie, go somewhere else. I got some other besties. I'm trying to win so we can empower the people. So numbers matter. I want y'all walking around no other time. I want y'all to know these numbers. 218,338 votes, even though they tried to squeeze. The first time I won 212,000. They said, well, maybe it's a fluke, I don't know. Then I got down there and said, she's so strong and she empowering the people in Black Music Walk of Fame. How bold can she be? Oh, the 513 relief bus. Oh, and we're going to get her now. She's going in the Bengals meeting and telling them to their face, rejecting their funding for my campaign so I can stand up for the people and say, wait a minute, where's the 30% for the homeowners? They said, well, we're going to get her because she's too strong. That don't sell. Didn't they tell Crawford? Ain't that familiar? They said he can't sell. Can't sell. I came and got more votes. So they said, we're going to stop her money. We're going to stop her money. They won't squeeze me. But they really freed me. because now I can stand up. But I still got to get funded by y'all. That's the other thing. Funding. We talk, but we don't put no money up. Oh, we talking big. I hear people, I ain't got you in there. Really? It's only 30% black, and then what's the name? What neighborhood was you in? Let me pull it up. Oh, Avondale. Your numbers are down. Way down. Way down. Numbers, like JD said, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. So we have to keep up with the numbers. We got to stick to it. This ain't no one-time thing. This ain't no one-time battle. They stayed with it. We beat them with Obama, they didn't give up. Now we walking around looking confused. Because all we did, and even when Kamala ran, this got me. We had more people with flyers out, with bus rides, hotel rooms, tuxedos and gowns available, and we ain't even registered to vote. So voter registration is the ticket to get in the game. If you ain't registered to vote, you can't get in the game. You a coach, you ain't got the equipment, you can't jump in the football game and you ain't got no helmet. Talking about I'm getting ready to hit and I'm getting ready to tear the place down. Crawford can't get in the ring, he ain't never boxed, he ain't never trained, he ain't got no boxing license. So voter registration is our ticket. It's our passport to get in the game. Now, I will let y'all know, voter ID is important. They're going to check it. We started a voter ID campaign. What I found was a lot of people are not registered. You've been voting for 40 years, and Jimmy, they got him now as James. Jimmy is mad because he's 70 years old and ain't never missed an election. So double check your ID. That's why we did that. More people would have been out if we didn't double check the ID. So we got to understand voter registration is the ticket in the game. So we got numbers, we got to stick to it, and voter registration is our ticket. I want you to have your license, and I want you to have voter registration. And we got to know the rules. They keep changing the rules. So with that, I want y'all to have those tools. I teach a master class on the power of politics. And let me say, we're not in it. We don't understand it. Because we don't understand numbers. We're losing in voter registration. They're out registering us. The other side. We don't know what position does what. You over here asking me what the judge do. I ain't the judge. I mean, got no gavel to put nobody in jail. And then everybody can't be an elected official. I need a lawyer. Where is Thurgood Marshall to help innocent people? We need a great chief of staff. The chief of staff run everything. Can't just be the candidate. And then it's very important if we want to win. It's like a pickup basketball game. If I got y'all out here and they say pick your team, I said, wait a minute, I got to have you come on in here. You a good forward. Wait a minute, you a good shooter. You come over here. You a good, and some people going to be left out because that ain't what they do. But we go in and say, well, I know they can't shoot, but you nice. You come on my team, man. I like you. When he's a little aggressive when he goes under the basket. I want you in here. Do you want to win? Yeah. Do you want to win? And then the other thing I want to say to our elected officials, I know they say I ain't got but 5 minutes. Y'all got to come to my class. Because some things that I've seen with the opportunities that God has bestowed upon me. I'm in the rooms. I'm at the table. I'm behind the curtain when you don't see who's behind the curtains. We cannot be in selfie politics. Everybody wants a photo. You're up against an army now who will check your numbers. check your numbers. You can't go on Facebook and say, man, I got 5,000 likes, and you ain't got but 200 votes. Voting requires you to get out the bed, put some clothes on, and go somewhere and do something. Consumer branding is I can sell you something online. You don't have to get out the bed. You hit this button and hit that other button. I done hit your Cash App and your Apple Pay, and your stuff will be mailed to you. That's not how voting works. I'm a brander by trade. So we have to ask ourselves, one, do we want to win? Two, do we understand the different governments and what they're supposed to be doing? Three, will we stick with it? If you can stick with football, your team done lost, but you said, we'll get them next year. We'll get us some new recruits. Why wouldn't you stick with something that affects your bottom line? We make the rules, the government do. We're the ones that decide how much money you're paying, right? The tax man, what's the name? We equal on tax day and unequal every other day. We got to prove we minorities, but when they get the money, we don't have to prove it anymore. And then your last power is your consumer power. And I ain't got time, I'm going to have to go to my show, Alicia Reese Soul Food, every Friday on 103.1 FM. Consumer power is a big power. You're seeing what's happening with Target. Right. Dr. King used both. But you can't jump up with a boycott. That's the last thing. Because that's the last thing in your pocket. You go with a boycott and then they pull up. It didn't affect us. We still sell. So we have to deliver. Okay? So that's the last thing, delivery. And to all the candidates that are running, it's not enough to run and get elected. We're in a tough time. I need some people that know. Don't go down there tomorrow, I'm learning. Wow. Learn before you get down there. We don't have no on-the-job training for politicians. And don't come just smiling and eating some chicken and greens. We need help. And if you don't know how to help, move to the side. So as you see, I do endorse some people, but I don't endorse everybody. You don't see me everywhere. And Democrats, my message to my own party, we got to do better. When the Democrats get in, you got to feel something different. I go down there, the only thing different is the two people that they hire. We put people on boards. Some of you on boards. You on the board not to smile and grin, but go on the board to bring something back to help the people. We don't need blockers. Only Joe Burrow needs those. If you're a blocker, go down to the Bengals right now. They'll sign you up. But we don't need blockers in the community. And last but not least, we don't need community brawl. So all we're doing is we're shadow boxing each other. We don't need that. We're trying to get ready for a championship fight. We're not trying to defeat each other. So please, there's enough work for everybody to do. Everybody has a lane. And please, quit shadow boxing. And those who are talking and who cannot deliver, you're not going to make it in this cloud. Because they're looking you up. They're seeing how many votes do you really have. And the lower the votes, the more vulnerable we are. So City Hall, not just this City Hall, but I got some other City Halls throughout the whole county, the vote got to come up. Because when they see the vote as low as it was, with 26 people just in Cincinnati alone, you might end up with some people you're surprised by. Because if you cut it all up, can't win with 3,000 votes and walk around. But the larger group, the other people from the other side, what they're going to say is, we can take them. Because they don't have a mandate from the people. So, that's all I got today. This summit is critical. Learn what the different governments do. This summit is critical. Learn what can you do. This summit is critical. Get some people registered. I remember my brother's keeper. They said, oh man, Sheriff Brown, United States Senator, Sheriff Brown come in, my brother's keeper. Ain't it a shame that you wasn't a brother's keeper to him? He put the money up for you, but you didn't keep him in office. People see that. People see that. Lincoln Heights, we had the gun range. We had the local community. We had the outside people. We had a few dollars here and there. But it took us coming in. I came in and said, we're going to put a shovel in the ground. And the money was there. Now, once we did it, everybody, I made them. By the way, don't nobody make me do nothing but God. So please put that on your social medias. We did it. I did it because it was the right thing to do, and I saw the money. They didn't know the money was there because they're not at the county. I saw the money and said, wait a minute. That's what we got to do. Working together. So please take some action. Y'all done had some good food. Don't eat up all of the Southwest Black Dems food. Ohio Black Dem out back there. We got a statewide candidate. We got statewide. I'm going to tell y'all this. I'll tell y'all this. To win statewide. We, the community, we can't win with these numbers. We're disconnected with the people on the ground. You run up a statewide, I don't know you, and I've been in it for 30 years. You ain't got a shot. We got to connect with the people, and we have to, when we get there, we can't have all these committees. When we get in all, well, we got this committee and this commission, we're going to study it. No, we can't do it. We want some action. And that's what the people are turning to now. If you got some action, they're going with you. You ain't got no action, they ain't listening to you. And I ain't listening to you. So if you come, you're running, don't give me the speech about somebody bad. I already know they bad. Tell me what you can get done in 30 days. I want to know how you can help somebody pay for their groceries. We got a black grocery store down here. We got to be able to survive. The economy is it, not the corruption. It's the economy. And we don't have no money. They're cutting off the money. They're cutting off the jobs. They're cutting off the opportunities. And we want some people that's going to have some power. I went from position to purpose. And that's where I'm at now. No more temporary solutions to permanent problems. God bless you.
Thank you so much, County Commissioner Reese.